It's what I hate about YouTube. I call this like the MrBeastification of YouTube. And I have to be very careful here. Jimmy's a genius. What MrBeast has done on YouTube is brilliant. And it's because of his brilliance. So this is not to take away from him at all. I think he is incredible what he's done. And he has no control over the fact that millions of people are trying to copy him. But the fact that millions of people are trying to emulate what he's doing, that is the MrBeastification of the platform that I hate. Because Jimmy's always been very honest. His goal has never been like, ask me my goal, and now in the most sort of intellectual of terms, I'll look back at it and I'll be like, video for me has always been a way of a refined self-expression for me to take my thoughts and force them into this sort of articulate 6-8 minute compartmentalized little video and share it with the world. Like that's been my motivation. Jimmy's from day one has just been find success. He was a kid who had no money, he had no resources, he had no friends, he had nothing. And he's like, this is a tool I can use to take me to the highest planes of business and all of that. Jimmy is just as passionate about his chocolate company, Feastables, as he is about his video creation company, MrBeast Enterprise. He's just as passionate about his philanthropy being successful and helping as many people as possible, as he is about making a video about what it means to live in $1 million house. Like his passion is about that winning. So for him, it's beautiful. But in the most reductive sense, when people look at that, they're like, okay, that's what it means to be a YouTuber. All that matters is views. And I put next to no value on that. None. Again, this isn't to take away from Jimmy because what he's done is incredible. But when people aspire just to get that view count up, to me, it's a race to the bottom. I fucking hate it. I hate it. And I do think it's because of people not knowing what to do. So they look to see, well, who's successful? That's how I'm successful. Let me be that. And it will never work. It will never work. It requires sort of an introspection of like, no, why do I want to do this? What is true to me? And then you go and do that. And maybe you'll find success and maybe you won't, but at least it'll be true.
Why does truth end up mattering more in that case than views? So if there's one path here and I can get 1 million subscribers by just doing a Jimmy or Casey knockoff channel, or there's this other path which I go, oh, there's no blueprint here and it's never been done before and I don't think anyone's going to like this stuff and it's probably not going to pay my bills. What's the case for pursuing the latter, the true path?
I think that truth lasts. Truth matters. Like there's no correlation rather between the movies that have won Best Picture, the Academy Award for Best Picture over the last 80 years, and the highest grossing movies. Those two things have been the same like 3 times, 4 times. Like one of them I think was Gone with the Wind, meaning that the movies that the world determines are the most quality, most important, greatest films, the greatest contribution to culture and humanity are almost never the same movies that make the most money. Transformers 9 was a really cool movie. I don't fucking remember what happened. I think there was a dinosaur in it. But like, you see a movie that affects you. You see a movie that matters to you. You see Little Dieter Needs to Fly, this documentary by Werner Herzog. You see the Anvil Story, and you're thinking about it. I haven't seen that Anvil Story in 5 years. I think about that movie every day. That lasts. So that matters. And me as a 42-year-old grown adult, like I know in life that's what matters. There's always going to be junk food. There'll always be an appetite for it. There'll always be an appetite for fucking reality TV and bullshit and, like whatever pop stars are popular this week and will disappear next week. But the musicians that like change you, the ones that write that song that like makes you cry, like you'll never forget that. So for me, like if you want to be an artist or you say you want to be an artist, how could there be any other goal but that? And just to bring this full circle, I think the magic of MrBeast, of Jimmy in particular, I don't think he's ever wanted to be an artist. And that honesty is why I have so much respect for him. He's an empire builder, and that's what he's wanted to do. And he's done that through video creation. But again, neither here nor there, not to digress. For me, it's like great work matters. And it does. It changes people. It changes me. Look at the work that like Spike Jonze did. Not his Oscar award-winning movies, but like I look at his little weirdo music videos that I used to watch when I was a kid. And I watched those music videos over and over. What's Up, Fat Lip? the music video that he made with Fat Lip, who was like the kind of a popular hip hop artist who didn't have any money. And he was like, I got this new song, Spike, but I don't have any money to make the video. So they went out and they're like, put Fat Lip in a clown costume and they filmed it on a VHS camera. It's like one of my favorite music videos ever. But I saw that and I was like, I can be a filmmaker. Now, if he had made a video just trying to get the most views or whatever it was, instead of just him and his friend Fat Lip trying to make something great, it might not have done that for me. And that changed my world. So like, if you're going to share your fucking inspirational quotes on Instagram, then step up. Like, make the thing that could change the world. Make the thing that could affect someone. Don't just give me Mickey Mouse bullshit that's going to get views.
I look at both you and Jimmy as pioneers, but for very different reasons and seemingly with very different motivations. You strike me as someone that was really inspired by the art form and the storytelling side of like the creative production process. And Jimmy took this, it seems like he took this other approach where it was much more about what the data was telling him to make.
Yeah.
Both of them created originality though.
Completely.
You know?
Completely. I think Jimmy is... in the history of, I think Jimmy is the most important YouTuber in the history of YouTube. And I think that arguably, I think he's one of the most important people in the history of entertainment, full stop. I don't know that anyone has built an empire that reaches as many people as what he's doing. I think like there will be case studies taught about him at Harvard. I think he is a true pioneer in every sense of the word.
Do you care about the views?
No, but that's easy to say. I'm like, I don't worry about paying rent anymore. And like, I usually don't check the prices at restaurants before I order dinner. So it's easy for me to say. Obviously, like there was a time when that really mattered to me and was super, super important to me. But I've grown up and I've, a level of financial security, which is super real. So it's less about that and more about doing good work.
If one of your kids came to you and they said, Dad, I want to be a YouTuber, and what would be your response to just that first surface level question?
I mean, it's happened. Little Francine is like, she's so good too. But Candace always gets not mad, but she's always like, take it easy, Casey, because I have a tendency to over-intellectualize it. But I'm like, Franny, you can make whatever you want, but you're not allowed to share it. And she's like, why? I want to get subscribers and views. And I'm like, well, if you make it, like I just want to make sure you're making it for you because you want to make something, not because you're looking for that, I don't know words I use with her, but like that validation. I don't know if she would know that word, but and that's when Candace is like, take it easy, Casey. She's 8. And I'm like, okay, all right, just do your thing, kiddo. But yeah, I think like the concern.
What is the concern?
Is why. Like if she wants to do it because she wants to be an artist, fuck yes. I will drop everything to help you on this mission. If you want to do it because your little girlfriend at school did it and she got 35 likes and you want to get more likes than her, then like pump the brakes, kid. Like that's.
What if she says, I want to be bigger than MrBeast?
The same thing. Then, it's like, why? Like, why? Why do you want to do that? And also like, fame is a very weird, very strange thing. And I think that what the most strange thing about fame is it's not what you think. Like there are people who have achieved and felt some degree of fame, and there are people who haven't. And if you're in the haven't camp, there's no way to understand the have camp. There's no way. There's no way. And having been over here, like to see someone aspire for that is like, I like no way.
What's the warning?
The warning is just like if fame is a byproduct of what you're doing, then it is what it is. But if fame is the end game, then you're just like one of those fucking reality stars with the fucked up faces because you've had so much plastic surgery. And like, what are you doing? What are you offering the world? Like, why are you here? Like you're benefiting the world in no way whatsoever. You're elevating the world zero. This is pure like narcissism. This is just for some weird ego journey that you're on.
If you love the Diary of a CEO brand and you watch this channel, please do me a huge favor. become part of the 15% of the viewers on this channel that have hit the subscribe button. It helps us tremendously, and the bigger the channel gets, the bigger the guests.